Alright guys, NFL Week 5 game picks. I'll go ahead and put the parlay on the screen. For this parlay, it's all teams that are favored to win. All these together will put you at plus 559 odds. You put down 10, you win 55. Even if you bet low, you can win. You can still win a pretty nice chunk of change. Let's hop into the games. Alright, first game is the Bills Jags London game. So super early game. I don't usually like betting these games because they can be kind of wacky, but I think the discrepancy between the talent on these teams is huge. I think the Bills have way more talent on both sides of the ball. The Bills have beaten their opponents in the last 3 games by at least 20 points. So they've destroyed their opponents. They're on fire. Josh Allen is cooking. And the Jags just kind of let opponents hang in. They've lost 2. They've let C.J. Stroud and Richardson both cook them, and those are rookies. So I think Josh Allen's going to feast. I think the Bills win this. Next, we got the Ravens over the Steelers. I get that this is usually an in-division rivalry game. Usually these are tough, hard-fought battles. But man, this Kenny Pickett Steelers offense is horrendous. It's like hard to watch, man. That offense hasn't scored over 20 points this year. The only game the Steelers in general have scored over 20 points is with the J.J. Watt defensive touchdown against the Browns. Offense is terrible. I think the Ravens can play conservative and still win this game. And Lamar has been on fire, dude. He scored over 2 touchdowns in the last 3 games, with 4 last week. And honestly, the Steelers' defense isn't what it usually is. Their pass rush is still pretty good, but the secondary is beat up. I think the Ravens win this easily. Next, we got the Lions over the Panthers. I think the Lions win this easily, man, and it all comes down to the Lions' defense. Their defense has been surprisingly elite this season, man, holding 3 out of 4 opponents under 21 points. Now they're playing the Panthers with Bryce Young and no offensive skill weapons. I think the Lions are going to be able to just run all day, play defense. They're going to be all over Bryce Young. They're going to stuff the run. They win this easily. Next, we got the Dolphins over the Giants. I don't think I have to go too into depth for this. The Giants have looked like one of the worst offenses in the league, and they probably are, only scoring over 20 points once this whole year. On the other hand, the Dolphins, one of the best offenses in the league, highest scoring offense, tons of skill weapons, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, etc. The Giants, without Saquon Barkley, basically have nobody. The Dolphins win this easily. Next, we got the Chiefs over the Vikings. I don't think this game was a blowout. I think it will be pretty entertaining, decently close. But this Vikings have been struggling, man. They barely beat the Panthers last week. Cousins looks kind of cooked, man. He does. He's been very turnover prone, not making good throws. I just think he might be losing a little bit. And honestly, the Chiefs' defense has been pretty good. They've only allowed one team the whole year to score over 20 points. And Mahomes is just a better quarterback. At the end of the day, if it's a close game, Mahomes is going to win it, and Cousins isn't. Chiefs are going to win. Lastly, we got the Eagles over the Rams. I think this is the closest game on this parlay. A lot of people are saying the Rams are going to win, and I can see it happening. But both defenses have been mediocre in the secondary. However, the Eagles' pass rush in their front 7 is elite, and the Rams have been struggling with that. Stafford has been struggling with that. And Stafford is coming off a slight injury last week against the Colts. So I think that pass rush is going to bother him all day. And when it comes to offense, I think the Eagles are the more dynamic offense just with the running ability of Jalen Hurts. So if it turns into a shootout, I'm taking the better offense, the better quarterback, and Jalen Hurts in the Eagles. And if not, if it's a defensive game, I just think that pass rush for the Eagles is going to bother Stafford all day. That's why I'm picking the Eagles.